Good afternoon. Welcome to jimmunley's World of Weather. You clicked on to long-range weather forecast discussion for December 6th to the 20th. For December 6th to the 10th, our flow here gradually flattens. As this trough lifts out, we'll go to the end of the period to the 10th. You start seeing it starting to lift out. The flow kind of flattens here. Here's the southern jet. Here's the northern jet. And now the GFS is the fastest of its assembles, and the European, oh, it didn't load yet, holds onto a trough a little longer in the east, but it lifts it out and goes to a flat flow. The models do differ, though, in the strength of the eastern trough as it begins to lift out. Okay, we have, we'll go to the surface now, and we'll have a moist flow. You can see it down here from the Gulf of Mexico will cause enhanced rainfall across the western and central Gulf Coast states. Later in the pattern, getting tongue-tied, guess talking too fast, but spread into the Appalachians later in the period. We'll go look at that. You see it right here. It starts spreading up. Here's the Appalachians, right? And Arctic air in the east will moderate this weekend as the trough finally lifts out. Now, with this, we're going to have a lake effect snow. You can see it here, and we'll take a look at the lake effect snowfall amounts. This is the GFS. Looks like the heaviest here remains in Canada, 7.5, 3.9. We have a few heavier amounts here, 6.2 in parts of Michigan, 6 inches. I think that's 2.8 here near the lakes, 6.8 in western New York, 5.5, 5.9, 8.2. That's on Thursday. Then we go to Friday, and we see 8.5 in western New York, 8.5 in western Pennsylvania, 7.6 western Pennsylvania. So this looks like to be the bullseye. Lighter amounts elsewhere, a few heavier amounts, 5.3 across Michigan. And we'll look at the European. And we have a little bit less in the areas that the GFS was showing more. It looks like the bullseye would be mostly across this area here with the 10 inches and so forth. But it'll vary in most part. Like some areas will get clobbered and others get lesser. And that's just how the lake effect snow works. Okay, this will also be further enhanced as we'll go back to the surface as this clipper system moves through. You can see it here, remains to the north and begins to interact with that moisture. Before there was talk about a secondary, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we'll just wait for that, and then we get the cold air to move in this cold high pressure system here. Okay, we're going to look at the period for December 11th to the 15th. And now you can see we have pretty much of a flatter flow. Ridge in the west, zone of flow across much of the eastern states. Models of good agreement. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of the country. And I'm calling for anomalies. This looks like it's the wrong map. Oh yeah, it is the wrong map. Okay, this is it. Oh, wait, which one is it? Okay, this is it. Above normal temperature forecast for the Pacific Northwest into the Midwest. Anomalies forecast to be near 2 to 6 degrees above normal for precipitation. Calling for below normal precipitation here and for this region and also here. And the probability of occurrence is near 40%. And we have above normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence is near 35%. Okay, we're going to look at the flow for December 16th to the 20th. And we have a zone of flow pretty much across the whole country. A little bit of troughing here across the northwest. Here's our ridge across where it should be. Keep it down the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico. So for this forecast period, I am calling for This is above normal temperatures here. And anomalies forecast to be as high as 8 degrees above normal. And for rainfall, calling for below normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence is near 35%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for December 6th to 20th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.